Alright, what is up guys, it's Chris Wolf here, and today I wanted to show you how to map your controls in my personal favorite mobile game that has now just been ported to the PC. So as you can see, I have my direct drive steering wheel, my shifter, my pedals, everything now working with this game, which I'm very surprised it just worked right off the bat, because VRS isn't like the most popular brand, especially for, you know, a mobile game that's just been ported. I would expect it to support your G29, your Thrustmaster, you know, that sort of thing, some Fanatec, but I would anticipate this to come, but I wouldn't expect it to just work right off the bat, which is really great. Unfortunately, I don't think it's working quite to the level of some of the other wheels. I've been talking to the Torque Drift devs, and they sent me a video of it working on a Fanatec wheel, and it does seem to be doing some, not doing some things that my wheel is doing, like for example this. That's something that we need to kind of iron out, but the great part is that it's working and that it's just going to keep getting better from here. So right off the bat, jump into our controls. I'm going to show you how you can get all of your stuff working in Torque Drift. So right here, basically the part that messed me up right away is I wasn't clicking each individual device. So you have the ability to map all these different axes to every single device, but see right here I only have one axis mapped because I'm on VRS Direct Force Pro. The logical thing I think to do for most people would be, you know, map your steer, click accelerate, map that, and just run through the whole thing. I tried that, caused me a whole bunch of problems because you actually have to go over to your separate pedals. If you're running separate pedals, then map your pedals here. And if you have accelerate anywhere else, it won't work, because I think it does it in priority order. So if I had accelerate here, I can show you actually right now. So if I go to accelerate, so a timer comes up, you wait 5 seconds, you leave everything zeroed, you press an axis. So it didn't actually take it because I wasn't on the right device. I think they might have some axes there by default. So the main thing that got me up and running was going into all of the different devices and removing all of the axes that didn't apply. Sometimes just remove all of them and then manually put exactly the ones you want. Arduino Leonardo, that's actually my handbrake. If you guys have a handbrake from me, it'll say RST Handbrake there. It says Arduino Leonardo because this is the computer I do all the developing from, so it just shows the parts that I use. So, but that would show up as RST Handbrake for you. So you would go there and you would do it under Handbrake right here. So it's probably going to be axis 12 for you as well. One confusing thing that you'll see is there's handbrake and then there's handbrake minus. If you have an analog thing, you're going to use here. So that means if you have a slider that has a progressive range and you can have a percentage output versus just 100% on or 100% off, that means analog, so you want to use this top one. If you have an on-off switch, like a button, or you're using a button on your wheel, something like that, obviously you're going to use handbrake button. Handbrake minus, I'm not entirely, I don't think that would apply to a handbrake. So anyway, I'm going to go back here to the steering now. So when we click steering, I'll just replace it here so you can see. I'm going to leave it zeroed. I'm not going to touch anything. Wait for the timer to finish. And then you're going to move it, and it registers the axis right away. But you're not done. The next thing to do is go in here and click calibrate. So you might not see anything here. You actually have to scroll down. Again, this is just minor UI tweaks that the guys are working on, so I'm sure that's all going to improve. But right here, you can see the top is what the game is seeing, and the bottom is what's really happening. So say we added a large dead zone. then you can see I'm moving the wheel, but the game's not seeing anything until I get to this point. So the white one is game output, and the gray one is input. So I'm gonna remove the dead zone. So as you can see here, these are the settings that I went to. Actually, I just remapped it, but I tried turning sensitivity way down because I was trying to see if that could maybe fix some of that kind of weird springy situation that I had going on. Yeah, so you're gonna just make sure you calibrate it. I'm gonna go back here again because I'll show you on pedals, for example. I'll go under accelerate. We've mapped that, so calibrate. Accelerate was axis 3, so right here, one thing you want to do is change where 0 is, because you don't want it going from -1 to 1, you want it going from 0 to 1. So that's where you would go in and do your calibration of the pedal to make sure that your 0 is in the right place. So you're actually going to want to do it via the calibration and not by the 0 slider, I believe. But I think I'm not sure that you would use that. I'm not going to recommend to use that until I know what it does. I know that just having it at 0 works, because getting it from 0 to 1 is exactly what you want. So just make sure you do that calibrate step for every axis, and then if you followed everything, you should be able to use your wheel of pretty much any brand with torque drift. And then boom, there you go. So enjoy. Let me know what you guys think of the feedback on different devices, because again, I'm talking to the guys at Torque Drift, so I'd really like to try and help improve this game. So if you guys have any feedback, you know, comment it. I'll make sure it gets passed along. I hope you guys are, you know, as excited and optimistic for this little arcade game to be as good as it can be as I am. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.